My coworker killed an innocent man when he was 13. He told me he still hears the screaming. His name is Yeba, 7'2" from Mali, scars covering his body from hunting wild animals since childhood. In his tribe, when a boy turned 13, he became a man through ritual sacrifice. The chief's son carried out the act. Yeba's father was the chief. Yeba was 13 when a white American missionary walked into his village to spread the word of Jesus. The tribe captured him, bound his hands, and decided he would be the next sacrifice. They led Yeba into a tent where the man knelt on the dirt floor, trembling and crying. The whole village waited outside. Yeba didn't speak English, but when their eyes met, he understood. The man was begging for his life. Yeba's hands started shaking as an elder handed him the ceremonial blade, still glowing from the fire. He was supposed to feel honored. He felt sick. He looked at the man one more time, whispered, "I'm sorry," in his own language, then closed his eyes and started cutting. The man screamed so loud Yeba thought the whole desert could hear it. He kept going because stopping meant failing his father, failing his tribe, failing everything he'd been raised to believe. The screaming got weaker, then it stopped. When Yeba stepped out of the tent, he was covered head to toe in red. The village erupted, drums pounding, his father lifting him onto his shoulders, the whole tribe chanting his name. But Yeba just stood there, numb, staring at the blood drying on his hands. That night he couldn't sleep, neither could the next. Every time he closed his eyes, he heard the screaming. 1 year later, at 14, he decided he couldn't live with it anymore. Not the guilt, not the nightmares, not his father's pride in what he'd done. He used a survival trick the elders taught children. Bury yourself in sand. Leave just enough space around your nose to breathe. Because he was the chief's son, search parties rode out immediately. Yeba lay under the sand all day with the sun baking the ground above him, listening to footsteps and voices pass over his head, not daring to move, barely allowing himself to breathe. When night fell and the men returned home, Yeba dug himself out and followed their tracks, 35 miles across the desert, alone. At 14, he reached a town and lived on the streets for months until a kind old woman found him and took him in. They didn't speak the same language, couldn't understand a single word, but she fed him, gave him a bed, and never asked for anything. Yeba pulled out his wallet and showed me her picture. She was everything to me. He wiped his eyes. That missionary came to my village to tell us about God. I killed him, and then God sent her to save me anyway. He put the picture back in his wallet. I took a life. She gave me mine back.